How's it, K12s? Hope you're doing good, man. Today, we are going to be focusing on anticyclones. Yes. So it's a revision. Yes, a revision paper preparing you for your final examinations. Okay. Yes. Yes. So, mind you, guys, anticyclones. It's highly possible for the paper that you are going to write for your final geography. Anticyclones will be there. It's highly possible. Okay. Yes. So please, guys, get ready for the revision. Okay. So 2.4 says refer to figure 2.4 showing anticyclone over southern Africa. Okay, this is our annexure. This is our figure. This is our diagram that we are going to be looking at to answer our questions. So we have three anticyclones. As you can see, we have your they are going to ask you what's that, and we have this high pressure in the east side and in the west side of Southern Africa in the West Ocean. Okay, so yes, so that's how it goes. So let me just rub so that at least, yeah. Okay, so 2.4.1 says name high pressure cell B. So let's go and name high pressure cell, that is B. Okay, yes, high pressure cell B is, you can see that it's in the continental area, or it's in the land of South Africa. Okay, it's inland. That is a continental high or Kalahari high. Okay, let's go and write it down. So that's a Kalahari high. Okay, or Kalahari anticyclone or continental high. Continental high. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's move to 2.4.2. 2.4.2 says, why does high pressure cell B dominate the interior of South Africa in winter? So why Kalahari high dominate the interior of South Africa in winter? So in winter there is more subsiding air that is going to cause high pressure in the interior of South Africa, and either in the two oceans that are surrounding South Africa, the East Ocean and the West Ocean, the South Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. So, but now we're talking about Kalahari high. Why Kalahari high is dominating during the winter in South Africa? As I said, that in winter there is more subsiding air that is going to cause high pressure in the interior of South Africa. Okay, yes. So we can say lower temperatures. In winter there are lower temperatures. Okay, over the interior causes over the interior of South Africa causes air to subside and create air pressure. Air to subside and cause high pressure. Yes, that's how it goes. Lower temperatures over the interior of South Africa causes air to subside and cause high pressure. That's your 2 mark. Yes, so you can also say less heating of land surface decreases convection. Okay, less heating of land surface decreases convection. This is convection. Okay, yes, that's how it goes. Because there's less heating of land and the sun is away from us during winter. Okay, which is going to decrease convention. Okay, yes. Let's move to 2.4.3. Okay, 2.4.3 says, done with 2.4.2. 2.4.3 says, give a reason for the lack of rainfall associated with the high pressure cell at A. Okay, meaning that in this side is less of rainfall. Okay, yes, caused by this South Atlantic high. Okay, or South Atlantic anticyclone. So you know that this is very cold ocean. Okay, there's less of moisture, there's no moisture at all. Okay, yes, more especially during in winter. This is winter. Okay, this is winter season. um there's no rising air in this side and so on. Okay, yes. So yes, there is moisture content in the sea winds. Okay, onshore winds. Okay, yes, there is moisture content, but it's dry and dense in winter. It's very cold in winter. Okay, yes. So the question was saying, give a reason for the lack of rainfall. Yes, for the lack of rainfall associated with South Atlantic anticyclone. So you can say, we can say it's simple. You can say it is located in the cold cold ocean. Okay, yes, because you know cold ocean doesn't like to cause precipitation. Okay, yes, or rainfall. Or you can say um the subsiding air does not release moisture. Yes, so the subsiding air does not release moisture. You know that in winter there is subsiding air that heats automatically. Okay, yes, that is going to cause high pressure in the interior of South Africa. So that air does not release moisture. Okay, it's very dry. Okay, yes. So the other thing you can say, we can say, um okay, you can say the subsiding air, okay, heats up and does not allow for condensation to take place. So the subsiding air, okay, heats up, okay, and does not allow condensation because the air is going down. Okay, it's moving downward, it's sinking down to the earth's surface. Okay, or to the interior of South Africa. Okay, to the land of South Africa, meaning that it's going to heat, it's going to increase its temperature, and it's not going to undergo the process of condensation and form or cause precipitation. Okay, yes, or rainfall. So it does not allow condensation to take place, we can say. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, let's move to 2.4.4. 2.4.4 says, explain the change in the position of the anticyclones over South Africa between summer and winter. Okay, yes. So we are explaining the change in the position of the anticyclone over South Africa between summer and winter. Okay, you know the fact that anticyclones in summer are away from South Africa, meaning that are absent. Okay, yes, those anticyclones in summer, and in winter in the interior of South Africa, anticyclones are dominant, are present. Okay, yes. What causes this? Okay, yes. So our question says, explain the change in the position of these anticyclone in winter and summer. Okay, yes. So let me make it simple. Let me put it simple. In summer, all of the pressure belts, okay, or I can say all of the latitudes, lines of latitudes, they move upwards. This is summer, right? Okay, I said summer. Okay, summer, they move southwards, okay, or they move downwards. If they move downwards, meaning that the equator will also move downwards, okay, to be overhead or to be closer South Africa, and also the sun will be overhead South Africa, will be closer to South Africa. That's why we are experiencing very, very hot conditions in summer. If they are going downwards or moving southwards, also 30 degrees south of the equator, which is subtropical high pressure belts that causes these anticyclones to be present, to be dominant in winter, is also going to move down. Okay, meaning that anticyclones are moving down away from South Africa, meaning that we're experiencing low pressure. In winter, they move upwards, meaning that 30 degrees south of the equator move upwards to be dominant in the interior of South Africa, to lie right through the interior of South Africa, causing these anticyclones to be present, to be dominant, NNN, meaning that also the equator has moved northwards or upwards. Okay, yes, closer to the northern hemisphere, meaning that the northern hemisphere is experiencing summer while we're experiencing winter. That's how it goes. I think you do understand. So we can say um, we can say so in summer they occupy a southerly position. Okay, you can say in summer they occupy southerly position. Okay, southerly position because the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn. Because the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn. So sorry, Tropic of Capricorn, and all pressure systems move south with the apparent movement of the sun, and all pressure systems move south with the apparent movement of the sun. Move south with the apparent movement of the sun. Okay. Yes. So that's it, 2 marks. Okay, that was out of 4. Okay, we have to support 2, which is equals to 2 times 2, 4. Okay, we can also say in summer due to the intense heating of the land. So in summer due to the intense heating of the land, the high pressure systems move further out of the sea. The high pressure systems move further out of the sea. Okay, yes, out of the sea. We can also say, let's see other 2 marks. We can also say in winter they occupy a more northerly position. So in winter, so we're in winter now. In winter they occupy northerly position. Okay, meaning that they become dominant to the interior of South Africa. As the sun is overhead the Tropic of Cancer. As the sun is overhead the Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer, and all pressure systems move north with the apparent movement of the sun, and all pressure systems move north with the apparent movement of the sun. Yes. As other two marks, and lastly, in winter they are close to the land because the land is cold. It's very, very simple. In winter, they are close to the land. Okay, because the land is cold. Land is cold. Okay, yes. So that's how it goes. You can choose which one you can apply as we concern in that question. Okay, yes, these are your answers that you can apply. You're supposed to give two, which is equals to 2 each. So you can choose and create your own understanding. Okay, as I've explained. Okay, let's move to 2.4.5. Let's move to 2.4.5. Okay, so 2.4.5 says explain why the South Indian high pressure cell feed more moist air over the interior in summer than in winter. Okay, you know the fact that the South Indian high pressure, it's in the Indian Ocean, okay, in the east, which is very, very warm. Okay, because of that warm Mozambique current, that water in that side originate from the equator. It's close to the sun, so that's why it's warm. Okay, yes. So you know, if there is warm air, if there is warm water or warm ocean, meaning that there is high evaporation rate in that side. Okay, yes, that is going to cause precipitation in the coastal regions. Okay, or coastal areas. um yes. So our questions say explain why the South Indian high pressure cell feed more moist air over the interior of South in winter, in summer than in winter. In summer there are high temperatures that are going to cause high evaporation potentials and so on. Okay, yes. So in winter, you know that the inversion layer is down the escarpment, okay, preventing some warm air into rising. So in summer the inversion layer is upwards, okay, has moved upwards, allowing water from the South Indian high to evaporate to cause precipitation in the inland. Okay, yes, that's how it goes. So we can say for 2.5, in explaining why South Indian high pressure cell feed more moist air over the interior of South Africa in summer than in winter, you can say um, inversion layer is above the escarpment. So inversion layer is above the escarpment and allow moisture to feed over the interior. So the inversion layer is above the escarpment. Okay, is above the escarpment and allow moisture to feed over the interior, to feed over the interior. Okay, yes. That was, you are supposed to give 3, right? Yes. So I'm going to give you all that you can say. Okay, you can also say it allows warm moist air to rise, allows warm moist air to rise. Okay, and condense on the windward side, and condense on the windward side. Okay, on the windward side of the escarpment, okay, yes. Or you can also say intense low pressure over the land in summer leads to the convergence of the land. Okay, yes, moist Okay, so intense low pressure, you know that in summer experiencing low pressure over the land in summer leads to convergence, the convergence of air. Okay, of air. Okay, or we can also say moist air from the South Indian High feeds into this low pressure over the land. Yes, that's the same thing, by the way. We can also say increased evaporation due to high temperatures over the Indian in summer. So increased evaporation due to high temporary due to high temperatures in summer over the interior um, and this moisture feeds into the land, and this moisture feeds into the interior area, and this moisture feeds into the land. Okay, yes. So I said increased evaporation due to high temperatures in summer over the interior, and this moisture increased evaporation due to high temperatures in summer over the Indian. Okay, so sorry, Indian over the Indian, not interior, over the Indian Ocean. Okay, over the Indian Ocean, the warm ocean, or we can say South Indian High is away from the coastline. So South Indian High is away from the coastline. And the onshore winds have a greater fetch. And the onshore winds have a greater fetch. Okay, a greater fetch, resulting in more moisture over the land. Resulting in more moisture over the land. Okay, yes, that's how it goes. So you can choose any of the answer that you would like to apply during examination if a question like this pops up. Okay, yes. I guess that's the end of the lesson for the day. Please don't forget to subscribe. Those who haven't subscribed, have a great and wonderful day. Cheers. See you